Hi everyone, this is the video to help you find reliable information on the company that you've selected for your project. The first thing I'm going to show you is how to use one of our library databases. It's called Mergent Intellect. This is a great place to go to find company financials, their strategy, competitor information, industry information, and also for current news about the particular company that you're researching. It will likely be one of the main resources that you're going to be using for this project. So to get to Mergent Intellect, you can access it. I created a link on your resource guide under the company profiles and financial pages, which is where we are, and you'll see over here there's a link here that will take you directly to the database. You also can access the database from the library homepage, and from here you would scroll down to search databases, books, ebooks, and articles. And then from here, you're going to go to Search a Database, and under the Business, Careers, and Education tab. And then these are listed alphabetically, so you just scroll down to M for Mergent Intellect and click on that. So either from the library homepage or from this box on the resource guide, either will get you there. The most important thing to remember is, since this is a library database, you must access it from either this page that we're on now or from the library website, like I just showed you. Do not go to mergentintellect.com. You will not be able to access it because you need to go through our system. So this is a pretty easy database to start with. The other thing I want to mention is you can access this from anywhere. You don't have to be on campus to use it. And the only difference is if you're on campus, you'll get right into the database by clicking on the title. If you're off campus, once you click on the title, you'll get a screen that's going to ask you for your last name and your student ID number, and then you should be in. If you have any trouble getting in when you try it, please contact me immediately, and we'll try to figure out what the problem is. So let's start and do some searching. And again, it's very easy to use. You'll start in the search box, and you're just going to type in the name of the company that you're searching for. And I'm going to use Nordstrom as an example. So I'm just going to type in Nordstrom. And here you should get a drop-down list of that relate to your whatever company you put in. The most important part at this step is to make sure that you are clicking on the headquarters. You might get some subsidiaries or franchises. You want to be working from, in terms of getting the financial and all the correct information, you want to be working directly from the page that has information about the headquarters of your company. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that. And we'll get to this page right here, and you can see all these links with all the different types of information that you're going to be looking for. We're going to focus on three main sections. We're going to be looking at company details, financial details, and also industry details. And these are the main areas that you'll be looking at because they'll be the main places that will get the information that you're going to be needing for your project. So let's start briefly with the company details. And if you look at this, you're starting on this main page here, you'll see a nice synopsis. And then also you have kind of a timeline here. This is a really good resource for getting up-to-the-minute news about the company. And you can see you can see here different bits of information. And if you click on any one of them, you can see it's going to take you out to an article this is from a newswire, but it could come from a business website, but it will take you out to that article, and it's again just a good way to get up-to-the-minute information and news about your company. One important piece to look at, here's some key information under here. You'll be looking at a lot of this type of information. A big one to note here is what the primary industry that you're going to be looking at, and that's going to be listed under the primary SIC code, and this is the code, but this is the name, the title of the primary industry that you're going to be searching under when you locate Nordstrom within the industry. So just look for that. You also then want to look at this drop down. If you hover over company overview, you'll see that there's a drop down here with more pages, and these are also very useful. You'll see a description, you can see company history and products in operation. And just very quickly, if you look in company description, you'll see about their financial performance, and this piece here is probably important to give you a sense of what their strategy is. If you look under some of these sub areas, we also have company brief, and again, this is very helpful with, it has our news timeline, and then has different feeds, top business tweets. So these will relate to Nordstrom's, but also to the industry where and competitors that connect to your company. Okay, that's the company details. So you'll spend a lot of time poking around on these various pieces. Oh, I also forgot the company competitors list. This is important, sorry. If you click on competitors list, you'll see a list of all the competitors, and you will need this information for your project, and I believe you're going to be asked to look and explore identify and explore some of the financial information and strategies of the three top competitors with Nordstrom as my example, and you would use the sales to determine which are the top three. So again, that's another page that you will be using. Another page that will be important obviously is the financial details, so you want to click on that, and there you can see revenue, operating, net income, different bits of information. The income statement will probably be the main thing that you'll want to look at. You also will want to look at this page for a ratio, because you will be asked to look at some of the different types of ratios for your company, and I think also possibly for some of the main competitors. Okay, then the last piece here in this database is the industry details, and this is important because you want to be locating, you'll need to analyze and look at different trends and things within the industry and see where your company and how your company fits in with those trends, with different opportunities, things like that. And so what you want to do here is you want to look under, remember we just a few minutes ago looked at those SIC codes and the primary industry for Nordstrom, and that's going to be right here, and this is the primary code. And the most helpful piece here is that you'll see under here First Research Industry Report. If you go ahead and click on that, and then you'll see right here there's a PDF link, and this gives you a pretty in-depth report about the a profile of the industry that Nordstrom comes under. So it should mention Nordstrom somewhere in there, but it's going to give you more of an overview, and you can see some of the headings here: the competitive landscape, scroll through sales and marketing, just kind of can scroll through and use the headings to guide you. You don't need to read through this entire report, but you might want to be looking at using some of the headings to guide you and to see here's the forecast, different challenges that are ahead, different trends. These are all pretty important opportunities, and again, you'll want to be placing your company within the context of what is happening within the broader industry. So that's the main pieces of using Mergent Intellect. Those will be the main things that you'll want to be looking at. You can poke around in some of this other thing. Some of it is interesting. You'll also need additional information about your company that I think you will not find in Mergent Intellect, particularly when you're looking at the company's mission statement, possibly looking at their organizational structure, also looking at their practices around diversity, social responsibility, sustainability. So for most of that information, you will not find it on Mergent Intellect. So the best place to start, at least, is to go directly to their website. So here, and on Mergent Intellect, they should give you a link that takes you directly to the homepage for the company, and I'm hoping that's where we'll go. Yeah, there it is. And this, of course, is the Nordstrom's that wants to sell me thing. So what you want to do then is, usually if you scroll down to the very bottom of the website, you'll see more here, and then you can kind of poke around and look at some of these. This About Us might be a good place to start, and you can see here Nordstrom Cares. This probably talks about some of their charities, perhaps sustainability practices. They do have a progress report. Here they have celebrating gay pride, different things like that. So you take a look at the website and see what you can find. The final piece, of course, is that remember that when you are reading what's on their website, that they're going to, of course, try to promote themselves in the best way possible. So what you want to do then is look at outside sources to confirm that what they say about some of their practices are true. So let's say, for example, you can see what Nordstrom says about itself, perhaps about its, here's one: respecting the environment. So what are some of their practices that demonstrates that they respect the environment. And what you want to do is they do have some nice links here. But what you want to then do is confirm that this is actually true. And the way you would do that, of course, is to get off the website and look for outside sources to confirm it. So that's when you'll need to look for other newspaper articles. And you can, again, use Mergent Intellect. They had all those links to different articles. But then you also can use other databases and go out on the web to find articles that might contradict or not paint what Nordstrom says about itself in such a positive light. You just want to make sure that you're challenging and looking out for any kind of bias and be able to counter that. So that will be in the next video. So that's pretty much Mergent Intellect and how to find information about the company. If you have any questions, if you have any problems using Mergent Intellect, be sure to contact me immediately. And I'm sorry, I'm trying to get back to the resource guide. There we are. And if you go to the home page, the best way to reach me is to send me an email. If you need any help with using the database or with any pieces of your project, please contact me right away. The best way, I guess I said, to reach me is through email, and we can communicate over email, or we can also set up a time to meet if that's convenient for you. So thanks for listening to all of this. Sorry it was kind of long, but hopefully it will be very helpful. And happy researching. Bye-bye.